Man, we back with another crazy story. This time we want to do a recap of some of my craziest stories, unbelievable stories that you never heard of before. We gonna do a series of these in between current stories that's going on around the world. We want to get back on track with these here. We've been off track, for a minute now, so we want to get back on track with a recap of all the craziest stories that I done so far in the last couple of years. Hope everybody had a great holidays and hope everybody having better days. And let's get back on track. Now with the first story, this was back in 2021 about this woman who got shot and killed by her child's father, which she was holding at the time of the shooting. He was out on 7 felony bonds, which is crazy. Something you never heard about. 7 felony bonds. I don't know how that's possible, but in this case, it's possible. It happened. And he got out, released. I don't know. It wasn't an accident. Got out and went right back to his child's mother's house. She happened to be outside, walking to the car or coming from the mailbox. He seen her, he opened fire. Shot her multiple times and shot his own son multiple times. The son survived. But she dead. And she had a restraining order out on him, which is crazy. He wasn't even supposed to be around her or his own son.
A tragic shooting happened at 10:30 this morning at an apartment off Willcrest and West Park. Police tell us a woman was shot and killed by the father of her child, and she was holding their 1-year-old son at the time, who also suffered a gunshot wound to his ankle. The suspect in this case was out on seven felony bonds and was supposed to be wearing an ankle monitor. That makes the case even more tragic for the victim's family. They talked to our Janelle Bluda. Janelle?
Houston police say this could have been prevented. That suspect was out on 7 felony bonds. Tonight, the family of Layla still says the justice system failed her. July 1st was the day Layla Steele had been waiting for.
Everybody that knew Layla know that she loved her son.
It's her only child, Zeus's first birthday.
Every year we celebrate his birthday. We have to celebrate losing my sister.
But from here on out, the little boy will always know his birthday as also the day of his mother's death.
Only thing we can do now is try to be strong for Zeus because he lost his mom.
She was my baby.
Shirley Steele says she was on the phone with her daughter Layla when it happened.
He telling her in the background, go in the house, go in the house. We were both telling her, no, don't go in the house. And that's the thing though, she was like, Mom, and the phone hung up.
Layla was shot several times this morning. Police say by Zeus's father. Layla was holding Zeus when it happened. He was also hit.
He did get shot, like not grazed, he was shot.
Outside the hospital where he's healing, Layla's mother and sister.
And we would say the only way we could get him away from her is if he's in jail.
Tell us the man who killed her.
But she was scared of him. She was in love with him, but she was scared of him.
Should have been in jail.
There's no way that should have slipped where 7 felony bonds, a person was out. And I feel like my sister's blood is on their hands.
They say Layla even had a protective order against him.
He was on an ankle monitor and was told to stay away from her. Yeah. Was that ankle monitor being monitored?
But still, they say he found a way to take her life and shoot their son.
She died protecting him, and all she ever did was protect her son. Want the best for her. All she lived for was her son.
We're still waiting on Houston police to publicly identify the suspect before we release his name. If you have any information, you're asked to call police.
The next crazy story that I did from 2021 was a shootout at a New Orleans party where it was over 200 shots fired, bullets from everywhere. Multiple people were shot, multiple people died, mostly kids that was about to graduate. a crazy situation because this happens all the time around the world. And ever since this story drop, has been multiple upon multiple party shootings / killings, from teen parties to grown folks parties to public parties. But like I said, we going back on the craziest stories, recapping everything. This was another crazy situation. Prayers goes out to all the families that was lost at this party on this day.
Hey Lee, that's right. We're just learning now from NOPD 2 people have died in this shooting. Again, now 2 people have died, another 3 shot. Let's give you a live look now at the scene. What we're seeing now, investigators are still out here on scene. The homicide unit is on scene as well. Now, we do want to say that there is a body here on scene now. That other person who has been deceased, we don't know their age or their gender. At this point, we're on the corner of Reverend John Raphael Jr. Way and St. Andrew Street, again around 6 blocks south of Claiborne Avenue near New Hope Baptist Church. Investigators have just been swarming this scene, continue to swarm this scene, along with NOPD Interim Chief Michelle Woodfork. This call originally came in as a quadruple shooting with 4 victims, but was later updated when a man walked up to investigators to tell them that he had been shot as well. Homicide unit is on scene again now. Of those 5 victims, 2 have now died. The rest are still in the hospital. We do believe 4 men and 1 woman. Now that first person who has died, that first victim who has died, has been confirmed to be a man. We do not know the gender again of that second person who has died. We'll continue to follow this and bring you the latest. But for now, we're live in Central City. David Jones, Fox 8, Local First.
Then my last story, the recap of my craziest stories, was a mother from Florida who killed her 3-year-old daughter that didn't have no explanation for why she did it, really. It was nonsense. Now, I got the 911 recording where she pretty much said piece by piece of what she did and how she did it. She strangled her daughter first. That didn't work. So she went to more damaging, where she stabbed her daughter to death and waited on the police to get there to arrest her. Another crazy situation, but this the world we in. This the life we in. This the days we in. That's why I keep saying we in our last days. And we're going to continue to see these type of stories. You know, a lot of these stories I done, 2021, 22, and this year so far, it's been crazy. But when I started in 2021, these crazy stories was just blew my mind. Even though you see it on TV, but to dive into the story and, know the people name and what happened and kind of, mapping everything out as you're doing your research, is just crazy. And it's almost like, you watching a movie going on when you're looking at these deadly stories, these crazy crimes like this. But this the days we living in. Let me know what y'all think about these crazy stories, though. We're going to continue to come with them. I appreciate all my subscribers, and I thank y'all. Continue to support and like all my stories that I'm putting out. We're going to get back on track with these here, and we're going to come with current stories going on. My next story going on is a man was killed in Jackson, Mississippi, and the police arrested him, then buried him, then notified the family 5 months later. So that's what we going to do currently, what's going on. I'm going to dive into that. And like I said, hope everybody having a blessed day, blessed holidays. And I appreciate y'all support, and we keep running it up. Let's go. And we out. Pow.
been on a recorded line. Did you call for the police?
Yes.
Okay, what is your name?
Jalissa?
Ulissa?
Jalissa Baxter.
Jalissa, hi. Can you tell me what's happening there?
Yes, I just killed my daughter.
How old is your daughter?
3.
Is there anyone else in the house?
God.
And how did you kill your daughter?
I tried strangling her. That didn't work, so I stabbed her with a knife in the neck and chest.
What area of the house is she in?
She's on the floor in the living room.
Do you still have the knife?
I do.
Is it in your hand?
No.
Can you tell me what you're wearing, Ulissa?
A robe.
What color is your robe?
White.
Is there any way I can get you to speak to the officers, Ulissa?
Sure.
Tell me where you are so I can have the officers speak with you.
I'm in the living room.
Okay, I'm going to speak with the officers, okay? Just give me one moment, okay?
Okay.
I'm landline with the complainant. She advised she's in the living room. She's no longer armed. She's wearing a white robe.
Oh my God.
Okay, do you see the officers?
Let me open the door.
Just leave the door open and go back and sit in the living room.
Okay.
149, I'm instructing her to leave the door open to the QTA to sit down in the living room. 149,
I'm right here.
Oh my God. 149, the guys are in the stage right behind.
Huh?
Did appear in front of a judge today in bond court. She received no bond. We spoke to several neighbors who live here at the complex where this happened. They tell us they were absolutely shocked to hear that this had happened, that they frequently saw this woman with her young daughter.
Good morning, Ms. Baxter. You were arrested for 1 count of first-degree murder, 1 count of aggravated child abuse.
24-year-old Jalissa Baxter appeared in front of a judge Wednesday morning.
I will appoint the public defender's office for you.
Baxter is facing a first-degree murder charge after police say she called 911 early Tuesday morning and admitted to stabbing and killing her 3-year-old daughter.
There's probable cause for the charges. Count 1, first-degree murder, is no bond. Count 2, aggravated child abuse, with $10,000.
Police responded to the apartment complex off Northeast 163rd Street in North Miami Beach, where they found the body of the little girl on the floor. She had been stabbed multiple times.
She's having your 3-year-old daughter?
The arrest report says when police arrived, the mother was on the couch in a robe, and, quote, the knife was located next to the victim's body. The 24-year-old mother was arrested. Several neighbors confirmed the Instagram account for the suspect. It includes photos of mother and daughter. Court records show there was trouble for the young mother who was served an eviction notice earlier this month. So again, she did receive no bond for that first-degree murder charge. She also received a hold for immigration. I'm live in North Miami Beach. Annalise Garcia, Local 10 News.